Welcome back to Underground Sports Talk. This is now 8.0. But as you can see, we have a fourth mic up today. And that is because we have a very special guest. Our new signee and weekly host on Underground Sports Talk is the one, the only, Nick Perry himself.
Ooh.
We have now signed a contract with Nick Perry. He will be here weekly on the show, giving you his bullshit takes.
Unfortunately.
So thank you for tuning back in and play the intro. And for the first topic of 8.0, and with the new signee here, it is the World Baseball Classic. The pools came out, and they're looking very mixed up. We have a lot of powerhouses, specifically like Japan, Venezuela, DR, the U.S.
You're
about
forgetting.
it.
You're forgetting one. Fucking Israel to the final, baby. I got Israel taking it home. What do you guys think? I think it was promised to them.
They run the world, and
they-
now they
they
run the
beat the
World Baseball
Marlins.
Classic.
They almost beat the Mets. They fell short. But I've got Israel going all the way. How about you guys?
I mean, when you've got the U.S.'s balls in your purse, I mean, you got to win. I mean,
All right, let's get serious. Let's talk sports.
Yeah, real shit.
So let's go. Let's go. Let's go in order from Pool A to Pool D. So who do we have as the winner and runner-up is what we'll do out of Pool A.
all right, what are we going from you to
So
here?
we'll go that side of the table down to here.
Okay, all right. So for me, I think personally Puerto Rico is going to win Pool A. I mean, they're by far the best team. I think this pool is probably one of the least competitive pools. I mean, they're kind of just a juggernaut in this pool. Even without Francisco Lindor and Carlos Correa, they're going to be out due to injury. But I still think with Edwin Diaz, and they have a lot of MLB talent, and the other three teams in this pool, not a lot of MLB talent, just kind of random guys.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I think Puerto Rico is going to be definitely taking this pool here, but don't be surprised with the runner-up being Canada. I think that they are actually underrated, and I think they have a good chance to surprise.
Oh yeah,
It's going to be okay.
are we doing like our whole?
No, we're just gonna do the pool winner and runner-up.
Okay, all right. Well, my runner-up is Canada. They have the Naylor brothers. They have Tyler O'Neill, and I think they have the second most big league talent on the roster. Cuba, Colombia, they're trash. I don't really think Panama has anyone
Fidel
really.
Castro still haunts Cuba.
Is it mine? Okay.
No,
I have.
it's not.
I should
We're
really
gonna skip you.
I should slap the shit out of you. I really
Oh.
should. This is how he treats his new host, by the way. Yeah. Easy. I got Puerto Rico. So long as Edwin Diaz doesn't hurt himself.
Tragic way to end the last
I mean,
World Baseball
that-
Classic.
And as a Mets fan, that it hurt my heart.
Well, nobody cares about that.
I'm gonna beat your ass again.
I'll
Okay.
smile on my face.
Runner up. I don't even know if I have a runner up. I like Canada, but you know what? Puerto Rico's got it. That's easy.
All right, for me, I feel it's a consensus Puerto Rico winner here. I feel like you can't really have another choice here. They have probably the most big league talent out of anybody in this pool by far. It is just a very weak pool. I mean, 3 out of the 5 teams in this pool are just jokes. Canada's the only real competition, like Tommy said. They probably have the best bullpen out of anybody behind Puerto Rico in this pool as well. I think it's going to be Puerto Rico winner and Canada.
Oh, we're sleeping on Panama, bro.
We do snake draft.
Oh yeah, we can go back that way. That's great. Great. This is why we have
Pool
this
B.
shit here. So now we're going to go Pool B. We've got the U.S., Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, and Brazil. I think it's going to be United States winner with a Mexico runner-up. The U.S. is just. I think the U.S. is going to be one of the teams in the finals of the World Baseball Classic. I mean, it's just absolutely stacked. Everybody in the MLB actually decided to play for Team USA this year. You've got Tarek Skubal, you've got Paul Skeens, and I know Tarek Skubal's only pitched in like one game.
So you barely got Super Bowl.
But-
You barely have schemes.
But still, you have the 2 best pitchers in the world, and then just stacked offensively. I mean, every single person in that lineup is just they can hit the ball. You've got Mexico, Randy Rosarino. We saw what he could do last World Baseball Classic, and he's only got better since that World Baseball Classic. So we're gonna
I don't
question
know,
that.
bro. I don't know.
But I think it's gonna be U.S. winner, Mexico runner-up.
Yeah, I definitely have United States easily. I think if this team doesn't win the whole thing,
It's a disappointment.
it's an embarrassment. Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree, 100%.
Ridiculous team, and you know what? Nolan McLean is gonna pitch.
Yeah, no, I heard.
That's legend. Nolan.
I was
McLean.
gonna talk about Nolan McLean. Yeah,
That's interesting. I mean, I'm all for it. I think he has that dog in him, and I'm excited to see him in the final.
So, just a question before we move on to Adrian. Why do we think that Schemes and Schoolball didn't want to take on the big
Scott
I
Boras.
heard
Scott
School-
Boras. That's why.
I heard
Scott-
Schoolball. I heard that he's only pitching the one game because it's like his contract year, so he doesn't want to I don't know.
himself?
Yeah,
If
and
he
his
doesn't
agent
get
Scott Boras told him not to do it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. If he gets hurt this year, he's gonna be the highest paid pitcher
Pitcher in
ever. If he doesn't get hurt.
Well, because Schemes is still on his rookie contract,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that
I don't really see why Skeens isn't doing the whole thing.
He's got like what, 2 more years on it?
Maybe like 3 or 4.
I think it's
And
three.
Logan Webb too, who is
Wow.
another top 10 pitcher in baseball, who is not going to be in the whole thing. So that's why Nolan McLean. But I mean, that's still a great pitcher to have pitching in
No,
the finals.
100%. It's just even though we have these guys on the team, are they really going to contribute? I mean, one game in the World Baseball Classic is still crucial, but at the same time, how much is that one game really going to
Tarek Schoolball, useless. He's going to throw 55 pitches against Great Britain. I could throw 55 pitches against Great Britain.
All right, Adrian, let me hear it.
I feel like if you don't go to the U.S. here, you live under a rock.
I thought Brazil.
That's-
What are you talking about?
That's the clear winner. My runner-up. I'm gonna take Italy.
What the? Wow.
Yeah, I got them
For
as
what?
underdogs.
Jack Caglione.
For why?
Yeah.
Isn't
Why?
Jorge
Dominic Canzone.
isn't
Why?
isn't
Jack
Jorge
Caglione.
Polanco coaching that
They,
team?
they are filled with some energy.
I'd argue the same thing about Mexico. The way they brought it
No.
last year.
You got to
I mean,
think
not
about
last
it.
year,
Well,
last-
are you rather gonna hear "Get out of here"? You're gonna be here. Oh. I mean, I personally, I'm taking.
Italy got their shit kicked around by Chinese Taipei last year.
Hey, it was an off time. I think Italy's coming back. I mean, look at their comp. Brazil. Great Britain,
Okay, but
Jazz
That's
Chisholm,
the-
and who?
okay,
No.
okay, but do you think Italy has the chops to beat Mexico?
I think when push comes to shove, yes, they do.
I disagree. I think Mexico's one of the best teams in this tournament, personally. But
You're
I think USA will win the pool. I mean, if they don't, like Nick said, if they don't win the whole thing,
It's a disappointment.
they're the best team. They're a juggernaut, and the offensively a complete juggernaut. Maybe losing those 3 pitchers will it's gonna be bad. But Nolan McLean in the finals, that's still pretty good. And yeah, Mexico second. Alejandro Kirk, Rosarina, Andres Munoz.
That
Yes.
team brought
that little
hype,
burger.
Like, the last.
But that guy could
tournament,
hit.
bro. That team-
Seriously can hit.
Randy Rosarena.
He went
I mean,
crazy.
absolutely insane defensively and especially offensively. Just completely
Yeah,
flipped the switch to play for Mexico.
but I don't agree that he's only gotten better since then. I think if anything,
He's gotten worse.
I think so. Yeah.
He's regressed.
They also
I
have
think-
Jonathan Aranda too, who just had a 300 average and 900 OPS season for the race. One of the best first basemen in baseball. They have.
Moving on to Pool C. This is another kind of weak but really clear pool. We've got Japan, Australia, Korea, Czechia, and Chinese Taipei. Kami, give me the rundown.
Okay, this pool is where it gets interesting. Really, the other two were kind of like.
This is where it gets
No, I think this is where it gets interesting. Obviously, Japan's going to win this pool. They have Otani, they have Yamamoto, Sasaki. You've got Munetaka, Murakami. These are all stars. And all right, so yeah, they're the defending champs. They're going to win the pool. In second place, I'm going with Chinese Taipei. What? Chinese Taipei. You want to talk about the energy? You want to talk?
yeah.
You want to talk about bringing energy in this tournament? Watch some highlights from Chinese
Thank
Taipei
you.
in 2023. Insane. Yu Chang, nobody in the MLB, but he's a World Baseball Classic legend.
When you say you
This team-
can you be a little more specific? There is a lot of change.
A lot of Changs, but this is you. This
No,
is
I'm
the
not even
Yu
saying
Chang.
that.
This guy Yu Chang.
I'm not even
He's not
lying.
lying.
We're fading that, but this guy Yu Chang is the Yu Chang in Chinese Taipei. He's kind of like the equivalent of like Aaron Judge in America. Yu Chang is the Yu Chang of China.
Adrian, is it the same thing as Tommy?
I mean, you clearly see this, and you clearly see that Japan is going to continue. But I have to agree. Chinese, they're going to take it, man. They're going to be those runner-ups. They are hype. They're great to watch. They've got crazy oppo hitting. I mean, their hitting was electric, and you know they got fundamentals. They're a good, solid team.
Far and away, Japan. Oh my God, he cut that voice crack out.
We're
That was
fading
crazy
that.
work. Yeah,
We're fading that.
Anyways, yeah, Japan far and away. I think if they don't win it, it's a disappointment once again. I don't even think I have a runner up. I mean, fuck it. I'm on the Chinese to pay wave, bro. Fuck it. I mean, they might fuck around and beat fucking. They might win the whole thing, bro. Fuck it. I mean,
With,
I
with
definitely
all
got
the
Japan.
Changs, I mean, it's like
now that what a race. We have a
I
racist.
mean the last name. It's gonna be like Dragon Ball Z where they fuse.
That's racist.
Wow.
That's gotta be racist. Come on, guys. I mean,
We're fading that. We're fading that.
Wow.
I just simply put, I have Japan. That's it. Thank you.
For my take, I think it's gonna be Japan, and I'm gonna move off the Chinese Taipei train.
Wrong.
I'm gonna be the asshole.
Wrong.
In this
Korea.
I'm gonna go Australia.
Oh, Australia. Okay, I
I'm gonna
like
go
that.
Australia. I really like
They have Travis Bazana.
I really like they're offensively. I think they can get it done. Pitching wise, I don't know how well they will suffice, but offensively, I think they can get it done. Especially in this group, Czechia and Korea aren't really going to pose as threats. I think the only threat you have here is Chinese Taipei, but Japan is the clear winner in this pool. Now moving on to Pool D, we've got Venezuela, DR, Netherlands, Nicaragua.
I just
and
gotta say,
Israel.
This is the pool.
now this
This is the
listen,
pool.
You want to see any type of energy from a fucking pool? You look here. This is gonna be the
I
most
mean, oh my God,
energetic
you're gonna have.
and worst baseball pool you could see, but it is going to be.
I mean,
electric.
this is gonna be exciting. Not only is this a great pool, this is in Miami, Florida. This is where 1, 2, 3 of these countries in this pool, where I think about 95% of the people who moved from these countries moved to Miami, Florida. I mean, you're gonna see people repping DR, Venezuela, Nicaragua. I mean, all over the place.
Israel.
It's gonna be see, but wherever they go, it's just like hordes. It's just like they all just start doing that dance, you know. All right. So I think for me here, I think you have a clear winner here in the DR. Clear winner. I mean, they have a stacked squad. I mean, if you want to talk about a big three, it's USA, Japan, and DR, and the front runner to win the entire thing. I mean, this team is stacked. But how about that boy Austin Wells?
Ahí no hay Dominican, compadre.
Patching for the DR, huh? I mean, that's hysterical. Did you see they made an edit of everybody in the clubhouse, and everybody walks in, and everybody's like, you know, Dominican, and then Austin Wells comes in. How you doing? How you doing? He is so out of place. And who did anybody know he was Dominican?
Yeah, I know. Doesn't look like it though.
He knows the freaking dick sizes of every Yankee player though. Like
We're fading that. We're fading that.
he knows
All
everything
right.
about every
But-
player.
I'm gonna go hot take
Give it to me.
coming out of Pool D.
Give it to me.
I've got Nicaragua coming out of second place in Pool D. I've got to rep my country in some way.
Your country sucks.
You're repping your country by making them the runner-up.
I've got to represent my country some way. I got to give them somewhat of a winning shot. I understand Venezuela is another powerhouse in here. They've got Ronald Acuna Jr., which indeed is my favorite baseball player I think out there. But I got to rep some way somehow. I'm gonna take this hot take solely because I bleed blue and white and green and white.
Okay, interesting. I agree. But I mean, I get a bad taste whenever I look at that. But I'm gonna pick the Dominican Republic here for sure to take it home. Juan Soto has been popping off, man. And you know what? If you ever played baseball in your life at any sort of level, you would know if you walk onto the field and the other team is full of Dominican kids that
It's
look like they don't
raps.
speak English,
It's raps.
it's fucking over.
As soon as you hear the kid speak
Hey,
only
if-
Spanish
if-
to
if
his
you
to his
hear-
pitching coach, and he steps on the mound. You know he's throwing
When you
90,
see
and you know you're not swinging the bat
somebody
today.
that's like over 6 feet tall, very lanky, and the first thing you hear them say is Kalo K, it's over. I'm telling you, you are not winning that
And
game.
not only do they, they say kill okay, they come in packs. These people,
Oh, yeah.
these people don't roll in. It's just dad and he brought his kid. They come with
Oh, yeah.
dad,
Whole
mom, abuelita. You got your cousins. You
Mhm.
know, everybody's there to watch you play baseball. These people, they run deep, and
Shit, they bring the dog.
I don't know if everybody on the podcast knew, but we have our very own Dominican here sitting in the spot. He's like Austin Wells. You couldn't
tell.
Yeah,
you couldn't tell.
Couldn't tell,
But Adrian secretly bleeds red and blue.
I do. I mean, that's clearly why I have Dominican Republic going on. And I actually think they aren't. I think they're gonna be. It's gonna be between U.S. and DR. I don't think Japan. I think they're gonna knock out Japan. And that's a hot take. But this is interesting. We got Venezuela.
Oh,
This
all
is-
You
right.
gotta factor that in.
We gotta fade that.
No. You have
We
to
got
factor that
him.
in.
We
Think
got
about it, bro.
Maduro. We got him.
People are feeling it, man. That
I
might
mean,
bring them
they-
together.
Think they were oppressed by me. They take that guy out. They're free. They're free to play and rep their country. And then you go Israel. And it's like, I mean, it's Israel.
Netherlands too. You got
And
the
then you got
Netherlands.
Netherlands. I mean, I got a bunch of college teammates going up next year that are a bunch of them from Netherlands.
I mean, you gotta think about it. I mean, you got Vikings here. You've got the Jews.
The
You've got-
only team that I think is going to be an absolute bum and a disgrace is Matt's team.
So I'm not even gonna address what he says. But,
All right,
'cause
let's
I can't
move
even
on.
Say his team sucks because the DR's best team.
First thing I want to say is what Matt said about the Dominican Republic being a juggernaut in this pool. I couldn't disagree more.
Oh,
Venezuela, you guys are sleeping on Venezuela. They're so good, but I still have to give it to the Dominican Republic winning this pool.
Hold on,
They're
let-
too good.
Can we
I-
rewind that?
no, let's time out here. So you don't think they're a juggernaut, but you still have them winning the pool?
Well,
Well,
you don't
yeah,
have to
a
be
juggernaut
to win
doesn't.
the pool.
A juggernaut would be them being the best team by far in this pool.
And they are.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Venezuela has holes. DR doesn't have a single hole.
DR does have
Dude,
holes.
Austin Wells is
The
your catcher.
DR, I'm not even joking. when I
Not a
say
hole.
this.
Austin
The
Wells
DR
is a
starting
very
pitching is
consistent catcher.
not as good as
Dude,
they're not even a top three
The
in
DR
starting
could
pitching
go
in
out
this,
there with their
in this
little
tournament.
cardboard gloves that they make, and they could still win.
They
All right.
literally could go out there playing with broomsticks and peas, and they'd win.
I want you guys to name a Dominican Republic starting pitcher.
Starting pitcher.
They have Christopher Sanchez.
They have
He's one of the
Juan
best.
Soto.
Christopher Sanchez
you
is one of
know
the best
what?
pitchers in
Juan
baseball.
Soto's
But
a-
after
You
that,
know what? He brought up a great point. But when you have this many bats, does it really matter how
I
mu-
mean-
how you can pitch?
Yeah. It definitely does.
Venezuela has bats too, though. I mean, they have Wilyer Abreu, Ronald Acuna, Jackson Churio, William Contreras.
Willie Contreras. All right. Well,
I
that's
feel like that wraps up.
that wraps up the World
Yeah.
Baseball Classic for now. We will come back once the games start up and we really see who's in the front runner for the pools and things like that. But moving on, we have got, let's just stay on the baseball topic for now. Let's move on to the Yanks spring training. Now, we do have a Mets fan here, so we'll cover just the smallest bit of Mets. It's unfortunate,
Can I keep it a buck?
but we got to do it.
I couldn't tell you a lick about what's happening in the Yankees spring training.
that's
so
why-
I'm gonna contribute nothing to that.
Okay. Well, let me start it off here. I think the Yankees spring training is going very well because I think it is highlighting exactly what I think the Yankees need to start doing. Bringing up people from AAA ball. You have your number one prospect in George Lombard, and through his first 6 games, he's had a 1.196 OPS. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. From your number one prospect, he's hitting like a monster. He hit a homer off of one of the best pitchers in baseball, Garrett Crochet.
He did.
Coming
Yeah.
off a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. That is not an easy pitch to hit, especially for a guy who what ball is he playing? AAA.
Yeah, AAA.
That's not an easy pitch for a guy like him to hit. Another take that I have: Ben Rice is the top 10 first baseman in baseball.
Yeah,
The way he
he
played
definitely is.
in the end of last season and the way he's looking right now, I don't think you can. I mean, maybe you can dispute it, but I really just don't think he can. He hit a 412-foot homer last week in spring training. That's
Fuck you, kid. You're adopted.
Coming back on track, like I was saying, the Yankees are doing exactly what they need to do, putting their young stars in the front. For example, the number one prospect for the Yankees, George Lombard, through his first 6 games in spring training, he has a 1.196 OPS. You cannot ask more from a number one overall prospect who hasn't yet hit in the bigs before, who's been in AAA doing what he needs to be doing. Now, going off of that, another big AAA star for the Yankees and really high prospect, Spencer Jones, deserves a spot on the Yankees, on the real true Yankees. He's batting .375, and watching the at bats, he has crazy power for such a young kid. I mean, he's built exactly like Aaron Judge was coming out of AAA. I mean, the guy is like 6'7".
Really, nigga?
No, I gotta
Major
agree.
power.
And-
Just major power.
Yeah, no, and the point you made before about with the bringing up of the young prospects, I mean, I don't know how much longer they want to keep down Spencer Jones, and I see so many jokes on Twitter and stuff about how he's old and stuff.
Well, because they've had him down in AAA for how long?
Yeah, a while. He's 24. Now's the time, which is why I don't understand at all why they gave Trent Grisham the qualifying offer, because what I thought they were going to do is have an outfield of Judge, Jones, and Bellinger. But now, what are they going to do with Grisham? And what are they going to do with Dominguez? I mean, you have Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez, who are 2 top prospects.
Well, Jason Dominguez has been pulled up before for a couple games, but Spencer Jones is yet to touch the bigs at all.
They said Dominguez was going to start the year in AAA. And I'm not sure what they're going to do with Jones yet.
I mean, I think
I wouldn't be surprised if they keep him.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they're
No,
gonna keep
Dominguez is going to
Dominguez
stay on. There's no spot for him on the team as of right now.
No, I'm saying both of them.
Yeah, if they're gonna put Dominguez down there, I think they're gonna put Jones down there too. Because like you said, you give Grisham the qualifying offer. Where do you put an unproven rookie on this team?
Well, I could see them bringing up Spencer Jones because they usually have a 4-man outfield. They could do a rotation. Stanton is the guy can't even open up a bag shift, so we already know he's not going to be playing every day.
I'm
So
sorry, there was a clip of Stanton running the bases, and
I saw that. I did.
The caption said at full speed.
He
And I was in absolute awe. It looked like my 87-year-old grandmother running from home to first.
I really just don't understand how he's that unathletic.
In the
I just
video,
don't get it.
No,
I don't
he's
even think
not
he made it to
trying.
first base in the video. I'm pretty sure he stopped before he even got
He's
there.
not trying. I will 100. I put my whole
dude, that is why
I put my life on
he's
it.
a home run hitter. He just has to get around.
He had to have been on
So
roids at
nice.
some point, and his body's probably damaged.
I don't know what's going on, but by the time he's 45, he's gonna be crumbling.
Yeah, but like I was saying, he's not going to be playing every day at the beginning.
30?
Who knows?
He's got to be 30 something.
Yeah, but that's how they can have Spencer Jones rotating in and out because, you could stick Judge, Jones in the DH spot, and then you could have a 4-man outfield rotation. And then going to Lombard, I think actually he should be playing on opening day.
If you DH Jones and you put Judge out there, where does that leave Stanton? Out?
Yeah, no, he would take games on the bench because, for his health.
Okay.
But, that's kind of the issue with how this team's built, which is what I want to get to. One, they have way too many lefties, which really hurts them down the line in the playoffs. I mean, when you're
Been there,
playing in a game against Garrett Crochet with all those lefties, it's never going to work out. And then, 2, if you want to do that 4-man rotation outfield, you've also have 2 first basemen. You have Paul Goldschmidt and Ben Rice. So how are you going to get everyone in and get everyone playtime? Which is, now that I think about it, that probably makes it less likely that they'll call up Spencer Jones. Which sucks because how much longer are you going to have him in the minors?
How much
24.
longer are you gonna have him in the minors before you need to trade him and get value out of him? Because I mean, if he's gonna sit in the minors, what good is he really doing for the Yankees? I would hate to see him go somewhere else, but Tom makes a great point in saying how long are you gonna have him in the minors. He has, as of right now, to the Yankees, he has no value because he hasn't played
a single pitch.
Yeah, like how I mean, I understand he is tall, he is big, he has the power, but he's never went up against MLB pitchers before. He's never gone against the bigs. He's never gone against Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal. He doesn't know what those pitchers look like. So
Listen, honestly, no one has any value when they're sitting in the minors. But like that's kind of why I really don't understand. I also didn't understand the re-signing of Paul Goldschmidt. I thought they were gonna make Ben Rice the everyday starting first baseman, but now I don't really know what they're gonna do.
I think they'll rotate Ben Rice as well, I don't even. I want to say DH, but then you have Stanton, but he can't open a bag of chips. So is he really gonna play the DH?
Well, yeah. I mean, as of right now, the team is
It's all over the place. It's honestly
it's Stan at DH, Judge in right field, Grisham in center, Bellinger in left, and then you have Rice and Goldschmidt rotating at first base, and then you'll have Stan on the bench sometimes, and then Rice or Goldschmidt will be in the DH.
I think you rotate Rice DH on first base. I think when he's not playing first base, he plays DH, and then when he's not in DH, he's playing first base.
No, I 100% agree.
I think he's one of the biggest contributors to this Yankees team, and also
So then, you're taking out Stanton completely?
I'm taking out Stanton every other game because that guy is made out of glass.
I feel like you're overvaluing Stanton a little bit.
No.
No, I'm just trying to see where
a healthy Stanton and a prime Stanton.
That's true.
A few years ago, I want to say maybe.
I mean, even in that World Series run, he was the best.
Let's wait 1 minute. You want to have Stanton. When he's fully healthy, you want to have him in the lineup 2 out of 3 games.
No, I know exactly, but that's what I'm saying. But him saying you can't open a bag of chips, and after pulling up that clip of him not being able to run, do you really want him? Because very sorry, very bad technical difficulties right now. But I'm sorry.
All right. Can I just say my biggest issue with this Yankees team?
Go ahead.
This offense is great. They had 6 players last year with an OPS above 800. But in the playoffs, the offense, it didn't look like it. The offense wasn't there. And the reason is because there's just too many left-handed hitters. The lineup is built poorly. Austin Wells, Ben Rice, Jazz Chisholm, Ryan McMahon, Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham. Now you have Spencer Jones. That's 7 left-handed hitters. That's insane.
If you get a lefty pitcher,
That's an insane amount of lefties in one lineup.
Let's just say. But does anybody have anything else on the Yankees? Does anybody have any other takes that they want to propose or anything like that? No, I think that's really it. But I think you have to highlight Garrett Lombard hitting a home run off of Garrett Crochet. You got Spencer Jones batting .375, showing major power, and Ben Rice looks great defensively and hit a 412-foot homer in spring training.
Yeah.
Spring training is doing exactly what it needs to do, but the Yankee ownership and manager are never going to notice it and are going to do the wrong things for the Yankees.
I think George Lombard should be the opening day starting shortstop, and that might be a little crazy to say, but the other 2 options, you have Anthony Volpe, which I just think you blatantly have to move on from him.
Okay, I was just going to ask.
Yeah,
we just throw Volpe in
you
got
to move on from him.
The project Volpe's done.
Yeah, I wanted them to sign Bo Bichette as their shortstop, but they didn't even go after
got
him.
before we could.
But the Yankees didn't even offer him, and they signed him as a third baseman. And Jose Caballero, he's solid, but I just don't think he's the caliber of an everyday starting shortstop in the MLB.
All right. Well, moving on.
I mean, with the preseason, you're just looking at what teams can potentially do in the,
Regular season.
And that's exactly what you are seeing with players at the combine.
Oh, what a transition from the kid. The NFL combine.
I just gotta say something.
Okay.
I gotta get it off my chest.
Let's hear it. Let me have it.
These
Give it to me.
D linemen in this combine.
It's disgusting.
Are genuinely the most scariest genetic freaks I've seen in my life.
Let's talk about
There's no
this.
reason why a 337, 6'4" fucking beast should be running a 4.840.
All right.
Or a 4.9.
So,
that is ridiculous.
Currently for school, I'm writing an article on the Styles brothers. That is Sonny Styles and Lorenzo Styles Jr. out of Ohio State. These 2 guys are the most genetic freaks I have ever laid eyes on in my life. Sonny Styles.
Have you seen him?
Sonny Styles is. I'm just gonna. Sonny Styles is 6'5", 245 pounds. Ran a 4.4640, a 43.5 vertical jump,
That's faster
And-
than Carnell Tate's.
and
60.
an 11.2 broad jump. In 11.2, he jumped 11 fucking feet. Do you know how far that is?
About the distance from
Yeah, I
Matt's
know.
eyebrows to his hairline.
Go ahead, lift up the
No,
hair.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Okay. So then shut your fucking mouth.
All right, we're fading that. We're fading that.
All right.
Oh,
Sonny
So-
Styles might be a giant.
Sonny Styles is going to be one of
Better
the
be a
next
giant.
top 5 linebackers in the league. Mark my word. There's no way you are 6'5", 245, run a 4.640, and is this athletic, and you can't perform on the field. It is just a God-given thing.
I mean, the Giants need a linebacker now that
do.
they
After
lost
letting
Bobby
Okereke
Okereke.
go,
Yeah.
I would love for Sonny Styles to be on the Giants. But moving on to the
I
style,
mean, maybe that's why they,
I highly doubt it. 143 tackles season from Bobby Okereke, and he consistently does that. I just think they didn't want to pay him the $9 million.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
that's definitely
they
why.
didn't want to pay him, so you let him go,
Next
and then
man
you
up.
get a new rookie
But I
who's gonna be
don't-
on a rookie contract.
But
that frees up cap space.
the other Styles brother, Lorenzo Styles Jr., ran a 4.27.
We're acting like that.
The fastest.
What do you run?
Go ahead.
6'4".
But anyway,
No, that's my height.
that he actually he
Larkin.
shattered the record for Ohio State players running the fastest in program history. And he himself, he surprisingly jumped lower than his younger brother, who's 6'5" and weighs about 50 pounds more than him. He jumped a 39.9, but it's still a 40-inch vertical is nothing to scuffle about. And not only did he play cornerback, but he originally got recruited to Notre Dame and played receiver at Notre Dame, transferred to Ohio State and played cornerback.
That's impressive.
That genetically that's insane because playing both of those positions, it's like using both sides of your brain. One of them tells you go get the ball, the other one tells you you gotta go get the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
None of you understood that. No. As a receiver, you're like not promised the ball, but like that's you want the ball. As a defensive back, you don't want the ball to come your way.
Okay, that means you're locking him up.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I got you.
So, another person I wanted to highlight that not many people know, Talon Green. All of you are going to look at me and say, who in God's name is that, Matt? As the quarterback out of Arkansas, he put on a show. A show. As a quarterback, he had a 4.3640,
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
a 43.5-inch vertical jump, and an 11.2 broad
he's
jump.
like the beast, like quickness, the quarterback. Right?
He
he's like the
He might
fastest
be
and shit.
the fastest quarterback
Yeah.
I have ever seen.
I don't
but
understand.
But I want to ask something. So seeing people like Terrell Pryor and other people like who else switched their positions? I'm trying to think of quarterbacks who ended up like switching their position. But just thinking of somebody like Terrell Pryor, somebody who's this athletic. Do you think he's wasting his athletic ability playing a position like quarterback?
If you're performing
No.
at the NFL Combine, what do you mean? You can
'Cause
be there and be
With
a
having
star.
somebody who runs a 4.3640 and he's a quarterback, which a quarterback's first instinct is to throw the ball. Do you really want him throwing the ball, or would you want him catching a pass or running it in for a touchdown? Personally, like
what is his build?
Well,
look like?
the quarterback
that's
is
a
the
great
most is playing quarterback not the most like valuable position on the field, the most important position.
it's the most valuable, but it is 95% of the time not always the most athletic, which is
Okay.
what
Well,
I'm
you don't
talking
have
about
to
now.
be athletic,
Look at
but
the
it
greatest-
it helps. It's
definitely
better when
if
you're
you are
athletic.
I mean, you look at a Lamar Jackson.
Exactly.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
Lamar Jackson. I mean,
A Josh Allen.
So,
athletic
prime
freak.
Cam Newton.
Talon
Exactly,
Green
yeah.
is 6'6", 224. That's a 6'6", 224. He could damn near he could damn near be
that
a
would be the biggest quarterback in the league right
He-
there
he-
by
he
far.
He's a big boy.
he can damn near play tight end.
He's that size.
This,
He's
this
running
guy
a
this guy's a
4.3.
freak. I think after his position and looking at these measurements, and these are just his stats coming out of last year. 2,714 yards and 19 touchdowns for the Razorbacks. It could be a lot better. Maybe he hasn't developed mentally as a quarterback yet.
Well,
But
so that also brings up the question: is he truly a quarterback?
there you go. But
Okay,
again,
I see where you were going with that.
but there.
I mean, that is a mammoth.
No. That I mean, you could put him at tight end, and I think
he
that
can
would.
hold it.
Yeah, I think that would
That
suffice
is a big
very like. I think he'd be fine at tight end, like right now. Like if you put him on the line, I don't think he'd have a problem blocking the end. But other than that, I don't have much on the combine. But I just wanted to highlight the Styles brothers. But let's kind of transition into the
I mean-
draft, which is what the combine is all about.
I mean, still on the combine though, like genuinely, just the athleticism from these guys.
It is insane.
Like I wasn't really looking too much at like the skills of players and stuff. I was really just looking at
The
like
lineman.
the big ass lineman
Because
running fast as fuck.
yeah, I mean it is
Did you
insane.
see the guy with the ginger mullet?
Yeah,
That guy's a beast. Beast.
Fucking
I mean-
I mean, I love watching these just beasts.
I just think
Putting up crazy
the older
numbers.
we get, the
The more we appreciate it.
not even that. That's a great point. I think the older we get, the more you appreciate linemen, but the more, the faster and crazier these times are gonna get. 'Cause
Oh
you,
yeah.
you need to think about. I mean, what was it? 2 years ago, Xavier Worthy ran a 4.21, and then 5 years before that, it was John Ross, and another 5, it was Chris Johnson. I mean, just as time goes, they just get more insane and
Genetic
insane and
freak,
insane.
dude.
I mean, let's think about it.
When
Tommy, how
technology
much do you weigh?
improves-
197 right now.
Okay, what do you think your 40 time would be?
Definitely
over
not.
sick.
I'm
I don't know
yeah,
about
probably
over six.
probably
Over 6.
probably like A6.
So, you said 190, right? Lorenzo Styles Jr. is 190 and ran a 4.27.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Like, I just like
Well, okay.
I
alright.
understand. You're
But-
like, oh, it's just 2 seconds. 2 seconds
No,
in a
no,
40-yard
no,
dash
no.
is a
That's
huge
different,
margin.
But also, let's put this in perspective. These guys have been training since they came out of the womb.
Yeah,
and
but
they've been doing
Tommy's nothing to sleep on. Tommy works
Listen,
at the gym. Tommy works
But in
out.
terms
I'm
of
not saying
speed,
that, but when you
No, I'm definitely not a
when
speed
you-
demon.
when
Definitely.
when you think about this, they have been at D1 programs.
no,
doing
no.
D1
I
coaching,
understand. I
doing
understand. I
D1
understand. I
sprints,
understand. I understand.
D1 training programs.
Football is
Tommy,
all
let me
about
ask-
running.
Tommy,
That's-
let me ask you a question. How many D1 programs have you started right now?
Wow. I think that was.
Not-
I
that's
think no.
not
I
a
think that was
chirp.
more of a
That was-
slap in the
not-
face
that was chirp.
than a
See
question.
how he turned his whole
Yeah, and
body?
he was like,
He
"Do you,
literally
yeah,
like
do you,
chirp. That's
do
fucked
you
up.
play Dominican?"
That's not a chirp.
Yeah, right.
That is genuinely just saying
No, but
Tommy,
I understand
at
where he's coming
17
from.
years
I
old,
understand where he's coming
he
from.
has not trained as the same way as Styles or any of the other guys have when they were 18 years old.
But even
There's just a difference.
but even given that, they weigh the same amount. I think him and Lorenzo's are about the same. I think Lorenzo Styles is 6
Well, yeah.
foot or 6'1".
It is it is
It's
impressive.
just
I get your
it-
point.
it's just insane to me because you have somebody. You have I don't want to say normal Joe because Tommy is somewhat athletic, but you have
Somewhat athletic. Yeah, I don't.
okay. Well, who said you needed to be athletic to play baseball? All right, let's just get that out of the way.
Oh, that's what we're doing
Let's
now.
just get out of it.
Wow,
Let-
it's,
let's
are we
get
gonna have to
that
bring
out
up
of the
a
way.
whole new
Okay,
argument
no,
now?
we,
You're
we-
talking to 3 baseball players.
we
you
can't.
understand that? Well,
But
retired.
Baseball's actually the hardest sport.
I didn't.
Not a hot
okay,
take.
Let's time out here. I know baseball's the hardest sport, but look at fucking Bartolo Colon,
Dude, that's an athlete. Are you fucking kidding me?
Alejandro Kirk,
That's an athlete.
Vladimir Guerrero
I hate those
Jr.
fucking arguments. I hate
Vladimir Guerrero.
If you
Jr.
hit
before-
baseballs, if you could hit baseballs with 100-mile-an-hour exit velocity, you're an athlete.
I didn't say you weren't an athlete. You don't have to be athletic to be an athlete. Bro, these guys. Bro, if you compare people in the NFL to people in the MLB, the
Okay,
the athletic ability.
let's say
is-
something
I
else.
hear what he's saying.
You don't have to be in shape to be athletic.
That's a good way.
You don't have to be in shape
that,
to be
That is a
athletic.
good way to put it. I think
Okay?
in every sport there's a different definition of
What's
athletic.
that quote from Steve?
Vita Vey is a slob, but he's
He's
athletic.
an athlete.
But
He's an athlete.
that might be the strongest man you'll ever see in your life. Like that. He could,
Besides
Bartolo Colon is an athlete. He throws baseballs 90 miles an hour.
Exactly.
Go ahead. All right. So let's move on from.
Wait,
this.
I'm sorry. I
Oh,
wanted to
no,
talk
it's okay,
about
okay, all right.
what's his name? Okay, Eli Stowers. Okay, look, let me preface this by
okay,
saying I'm
all
not
right.
very into the combine and the college prospects and all that, but I saw this guy. He is a fucking freak. Like this
Go
is
ahead.
ridiculous.
Rip it
Tight end
off, let me
position.
see.
Let me tell you, 45.5-inch vert. You have a fucking tight end
How tall is he?
He's 6'3",
Oh my God.
240.
Let-
and
put
he's
that
jumping-
put that in perspective. Michael Jordan was about 6'5", and he only had a 43
That's
inch
what I'm saying.
vertical.
You have a tight end that's humongous and big and broad and playing tight end at fucking where's he at? Vanderbilt, I think.
I think so.
And he's jumping as high as Michael Jordan. John Morant,
higher than Michael Jordan.
higher than Michael Jordan. Are you kidding me? And not to mention his broad jump. What was the other guy that you mentioned?
Sonny
was
Styles
like an 11
jumped in
foot.
11.2.
11'3". or what's his name?
Eli
Stowers.
Stowers.
I'm talking about Kyle Stowers, the fucking baseball player. But yo,
Oh,
and he ran a 4.5.
that's ball knowledge right there, though.
A
Cal Stowers.
4.5,
4.5.
45 and a half inch.
I know. I mean,
Unbelievable.
isn't Jordan like known for his jumping? I mean, Air Jordan, everything.
But yeah,
That's
that's
the thing.
exactly what I'm
Jordan.
saying.
Yeah.
You
It's
have Michael
unbelievable.
Jordan, like the greatest, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and was known for his dunks. And you have
Second
people-
greatest basketball player of all time.
Thank
Behind
you.
LeBron.
And you have people almost double his weight, jumping higher than him. It's just
It's
it is
Insane.
insane.
It is insane.
I don't
yeah.
understand. Yo, if like he is so much of an athlete, man, it better translate. I really
See,
hope it
but
translates.
what's crazy to me
That's
is
the
that
thing with
you
the
have
combine.
these
You'll
people
never
in the
know.
combine and in college who are freaks all
You could
throughout
just
their
have
career,
combine
and
warriors,
then
man.
you get to the NFL, and it
Zach
that's-
Wilson.
You ever see him throw at his pro day? He threw it so hard,
Mhm.
so hard
No,
and
I mean,
high that
and-
he hit
Anthony
the
Richardson
like,
has
just-
Zach
one of the
Wilson,
best-
too.
Some
Joe
guys-
Milton.
Some guys just
I
genuinely
think-
train
I'm sorry.
so much for the combine.
Tommy brought up Joe Milton, and I think Joe Milton could be a starting quarterback in the NFL. I mark my words.
Maybe.
He
Maybe
has the
someday, I
arm
don't know.
talent. He has the athletic ability to be able. If you put him in a good quarterback room and you give him a good quarterbacks coach, Joe Milton could be a starting quarterback in this league. But we're getting
Maybe the Vikings.
we're getting too
Vi-
far deep.
Vikings.
I think Malik Willis is going to the Vikings. But we're getting too far deep. I'm sorry. I keep digging myself into a hole. But moving on, staying on the football topic. But this is a little bit more of a serious topic that I really wanted to talk about. We're all jokes and laughs on this topic, but I know I don't want to go into some people's realms. You know, some people deal with really real shit every day. And I don't want to step on anybody's toes, specifically people with the initials JD. But I don't want to talk about real shit. But but in all honesty, in all honesty, people honestly go through very tough things every day. I don't want to say I do and sit here like I am a struggling person. I'm not. I have a roof over my head. I have 2 parents. They're married. I'm happy.
just ugly. That's it.
Realist. That's the realest thing he's ever said. I've never really struggled. Never in my life have I ever had to struggle.
Hairy ass.
Never.
Oh.
That's also a huge.
You're right,
That it's a
yeah.
huge problem for me. But no, we're fading that.
We're not fading that.
All right, here we go.
This is
Everyone
real
comment hairy
shit.
ass for
All
Matt.
right, so
You made it this far.
We're talking about real shit.
All right,
Make
Real shit,
2026.
real talk.
Make 2026 about you.
so I'm not gonna sit here and say that I struggled and never have in my
Have you
life.
Ever had any magical moments in your life?
I think the first time I watched porn.
How did we get here, man?
All right. Anyway. I'm sorry. We keep strailing off. This is a very serious topic, and I'm not trying to laugh, but it's very hard when I have 3 assholes in front of me. But anyway,
And a hairy asshole at the end.
Rest in peace to Rondell Moore, everybody. Rest
all
in
right.
peace.
But yes, getting on the
Didn't he-
topic. Rondell Moore,
I was about to say
I-
probably the craziest thing ever.
a 25-year-old kid, ends up. Unfortunately,
I thought he went crazy.
I don't want to get demonetized or anything, but he took his own life in his garage
Oh, he did.
in Arizona. He took his own life. It is very sad and a very serious thing, but I wanted to talk about it because as 4 people sitting here, all as athletes, all have played a sport, I want to specifically ask Tommy about this because I know last year, not saying that it was by any means a bad season because you did have a great baseball season, but I know you were struggling at some point in the season.
Mentally, yeah.
Exactly. So I wanted to ask you, mentally, coming from somebody who really cares about their sport and who's playing college baseball, how does something like that affect you mentally and have such a great toll on what seems to be such a strong person?
Well, to begin with, me as an athlete and a baseball player, I'm as hard on myself as it could possibly get, and I'm sure
Yeah, dude. When I was
you've seen it
back
firsthand.
in the day, look,
You've
man,
seen it
we
firsthand.
had overage moms.
Yeah.
Tell you what. But
No.
it's like when you're a baseball player and all you do is fail, fail, but the one success, that's what keeps you going. But man, it's 70% failure in baseball. You gotta understand that. That's what's so hard.
No, it's true. And going to the thing you asked, last year around the baseball season was a tough time for me. Problems with like relationship problems, and also lost my dad too. So what I've learned over the years is that to use baseball as like an escape of all that, and that's what I struggled with last year, and that's why I didn't have that great of a season, because instead of carrying all that stuff onto the sport, I should have used it as an escape, and that's really what I learned.
So, I'd like to ask both of you guys the same question, but just going off of what Tommy just said. As an athlete, I love what Tommy said. You use your sport as an escape, but I know in very few instances have I gone to practice or to a game and had so many different things in my mind. But the minute you have a glove and a ball in your hands, or you put a helmet on, or you shoot a basketball or whatever it is, all those things kind of go away, and you start to everything becomes like silent. You take a swing of the bat and it's just complete silence, and all you hear is the ding, and you see the ball, and it's like everything goes away. But again, I don't want to sit here and say like, oh, I've had such a horrible life, but I've been through things. I've lost my grandfather. I've had girls break up with me. It's so many different things that you can't carry onto the field, but affect you off the field. And some people may see you on the field and be like, oh wow, nothing can break this guy. But so many things happen outside the field that don't people realize. Like, for example, Rondale Moore was riddled with injuries. He was always so promising. He seemed like a speedster, like somebody who could emerge as a good receiver, but was just riddled with injuries. And then random day in the offseason, he unfortunately passed away and took his own life. It is a very tragic thing. And when I read it, I was like, oh my God, what happened? And as I read the article, it kind of hit me really hard, and that's why I wanted to talk about it this week, because as all athletes, I would hate to see any of you do that. Like exactly like Patty Pimblett said, I would never want you guys to take your own life. I'd rather have you cry on my shoulder than ever do that. So I want you to know you always have somebody to talk to, because it is absolutely horrible that he did that, and I feel so sorry that he felt he had no other way. And it hits me in a spot because he was 25, bro. Nick, what are you, 19?
Okay, 18.
Okay,
But,
sorry.
Yeah.
No, 25. No, that is crazy.
That's 6 years in front of the oldest person here.
Hmm.
6 years is a long time, but it also really isn't that long of a time.
Yeah.
It's sad to see such a young person go because of. I don't really know what the reason is, but it's so sad to see such a young person do that to themselves because of things like the media and saying
The
things.
media is horrible.
The media is it's such a crucial thing in sports. I mean, I literally want to go to college for this, but never in my life would I use my platform as somewhere to, like,
it's ruthless.
yeah, to make somebody want to, like, hurt themselves or anything. I mean, I may criticize somebody, but never in my life will I ever, like, if you were hurt by what I said, I'll apologize to you, because never would I want it to get to a point like that. But some of these reporters and some of these people on TV are absolutely ruthless and have no
they get
and
a paycheck at the end of the day,
and
no one cares.
no remorse for what they say on TV, and they don't realize that they are talking about literal kids. Some of these kids that they report on in college are literally 18, 19, 20 years old, and the toll that it can have, on these kids it's crazy. Like, Tommy, imagine you had somebody at every game, and no matter what happened after the game, you had to go sit at a desk like this, and you had to have hundreds of people trying to ask you questions on whatever. So just imagine the relationship problems you had were somewhat public, and some random person you've never seen before in your life goes, "Oh, what's happening with you in your relationship?" How would you have answered that?
Yeah, no. I don't even know how to answer that.
Exactly.
Like, that's
you gotta shut
You
it
just
down.
have to
You
do.
have to
You
just-
just have
Yeah.
to do it. But like you said, as using your sport as an escape, you can't really escape it, because when you go there, after the game, you're gonna have to talk to the press. You're gonna have to talk to the media. You're gonna have to do something that's gonna bring it back into your mind. Sorry, technical difficulties again. Don't mention it.
All right, so back to what I was saying. For athletes, you have to differentiate your social life and your actual athletic life, because those are two very important things. When you're going to the gym, when you're training, when you're at practice, when you're at tournaments, when you're on that field, what I like to do is I put my phone completely away, no music, and I completely just silence everything out, and I genuinely only focus on the task at hand with my sport, and I solely focus on that.
That is true. I never go on my phone on the gym.
Exactly. You really shouldn't do it, because then you're taking your focus away. But when you fully lock in and focus on what you have to do, everything outside of it is just fully gone. You don't hear anything. Now you might think about some things. Yes, of course, we're all human. We do. But when you're fully embracing what you're doing and what you truly love, then you learn to be okay, and over time, you learn how to manage those things, and that's why.
Very sorry. Dealing with way too many technical difficulties in this episode. I apologize for it. But very serious topic. And RIP Rhonda Moore, my condolences go out to your family and anybody affected by the death. I apologize in every way.